We are down to our final 20 teams in the big board. Are we going to find a winner? What does Derek Cook's injury do? Is Isaiah Bond even draftable? Feed your favorite streamer. Let's have some fun on the road to 250K.
It's short king summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's short king summer.
GM, everyone. How are we doing on this beautiful spring day? Rory McIlroy is a Majors champion, a Masters champion. Yours truly was the big winner of the Swolecast Calcutta. Yes, as Trivoli says, he's a Calcutta champion. He doesn't need our views. Trust me, I do need your views. Brock Bowers is just a grown man. You could not be more correct about this. All right, boys. I mean, we are just uploaded some fresh rankings from Patreon, from patreon.com/Davis Mattek. So we have got that cooking. Didn't have to do too much. I actually just, honestly, I just removed Derek Cook from my rankings. I moved Jalen Milroe up a smidge. I moved Jackson Dart up a smidge. I believe I removed Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond. The combo of Isaiah Bond dusting his 40 and then turning himself into the police for domestic violence. I'm going to say that is about as bad as an offseason gets. All right. Let's head on over. So we have 18 big boards left. Yeah, Swolecutta champion. I think we're gonna have to put that in the bio. As ball is life, FF says. Rory. Quicker to post his bond than he was at the combine. People are saying. Yes, well, Peter takes a long lens. I'm a little bit more zoomed in. I have noticed that there is a big difference in thought process and team for guys like Liam, guys like Peter, where they are not quote unquote dynasty guys. They're not quote unquote prospect guys. You know what I'm saying? They just treat this whole exercise a little bit differently than I do or than Crane does. Not to say that Crane and I even do it the same way. All right, so this is big board 132 of 150. We have 18 left. Let's get freaking cooking, dude. Let's get cooking. How did the albatross? I only ended up doing like 3. Thought it was more 007 Bond and less bail Bond. Zapped his ass, brother. So this morning, I spent about 90 minutes trying to get ChatGPT to give me something approximating a good thumbnail. Got nowhere close. Absolutely nowhere close. So if you do not like AI thumbnails, you're in the right space, because whatever people are doing to get AI to give them thumbnails, I got no clue. Absolutely none. And I had to do it in Canva myself. Yeah, see, this Peppertoni is the problem. Is all I can get ChatGPT to give me is bona fide slop. Nothing good from ChatGPT. All right, we are selecting out of the 10 hole. We have got A to the K 81. We got B Spurf, but this is not Super Friends and Family, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Don't know if this will be a room that you can push Burrow around to the 6-7 turn or not. I might just start as it were, sacking up and taking Genty at 10. What do you guys think about that? About just saying, you know what? This is the direction the market is going anyway. We got a Bijan at 5 team here. St. Brown at 3, huh? St. Brown at 3. Peppertoni used up his bullets. He's living vicariously through me. Well, I'll tell you what. We are going to be grinding the best ball streets very hard this week because I'm out of town on Friday, and I think by next Monday, maybe by next Tuesday, this contest is going to be filled. Okay, so the issue with taking Genty here is you do miss out on that elite tier of wide receiver. So I still think right now, I think the way the board sits right now, I think it's best to take the wide receiver. But if you are a person that thinks A.J. Brown or Drake London deserves to be in that tier, then you probably should be snapping Genty there, which is what Trivoli did. Trivoli, my boy, did just take Genty, which I think is totally reasonable, totally logical. Wow. If they don't draft Genty, they will draft someone else. Wise words. And you know what? I'm taking McCaffrey, brothers. I have swapped McCaffrey and A-Chain in my rankings. Karain has kind of gotten in my ear a little bit about A-Chain. I still do disagree. I do still disagree with Karain's base presumption on A-Chain, but I've been saying this on stream for the last couple weeks, which is, man, we get to August, even dude, we get to the end of July, and McCaffrey is healthy. I mean, do you guys? I just feels like people do forget. You know, that is the thing. People do forget McCaffrey. 2023 McCaffrey, 1,400 yards, 14 rushing touchdowns, 564 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns. Just an unbelievable. Yeah, exactly. CMC, buddy, if CMC is healthy in August, he is not going to be 6'7" overall. There's no world, all due respect to the Saquon Barkley people, there's no world where you're taking 17 games of Barkley over 17 games of CMC. If I were to guarantee you right now, absolutely guarantee you right now, you're getting 17 games of each of these guys. How many more points do you think CMC projects for over 17 games than Barkley, even in half PPR? Well, Barkley might not be leaving 102, but someone else might be coming up to 101. That's sort of the way that I view it. Maybe that's just me. You know, maybe I'm the crazy one. Oh yeah, if they draft a running back day 2, it doesn't even matter. Nothing matters to McCaffrey other than his availability in terms of his fantasy output. Even in games, there's just for like, I just happen to have his game logs pulled up right now. Random game from McCaffrey. He plays 77% of the snaps against Seattle in week 12 of 2023. 19 rushes, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 receptions, 25 yards. Have you considered that Saquon will just continue to score 40-yard touchdowns at an impossible rate? Yes. Yes, I have considered this. I also have considered this, that one of the running backs, whether it be Barkley, whether it be Gibbs, whether it be Bijan, could certainly end up going ahead. Also, we what is happening in this draft? Do we have? I've not been paying attention. Do we have auto drafters? Are we just moving? Is this in my head, or are we just moving insanely slow? Yeah, wait until we get a video of Brock Purdy squatting 600 for the SF tush push. I would imagine that Jonathan Taylor will probably move up as well. I mean, hey man, it's a good thing. So we have got the honestly a very elite start with Nico Collins and Christian McCaffrey. I think what you want to do, ideally, we would get one of Worthy or Evans. Might be Devontae Adams. I'm not going to take. Man, I think there starts to be a legitimate argument for Rashee Rice here as well. Yeah, so I guess we just have multiple guys in this draft auto drafting. What can you do, brothers? What can you do? Good Lord willing, Mr. Numi has communicated that the auto draft functionality in terms of people on auto drafting, people who miss multiple picks are going to be put on immediate auto draft in Best Ball Mania per Mr. Numi. So we'll see. Brees seems like a better pick than everyone there. Yeah, I am a Brees agnostic. I would say if you were to put things on a continuum. All right, we'll go Mike Evans here. If you were to put me on a continuum, I would say I'm guessing that it's 2 picks in a row, but I am unsure on that. Buck would take Ayuk here. Yeah. So really interesting thing that happened over the weekend for me personally is I did that video with Buck about Brandon Ayuk. It's titled "You Are Wrong About Brandon Ayuk," and it did. What's funny is it did not get very many views. It has 1,000 views. It has a pretty low click-through rate, but it has the most comments of any video that I've done ever in terms of like a video, not a live stream, but of a video. So the people who did watch it seemed to have a response to it. But dang. All right. We were going to, you know what? Let's just slap it up a little bit. We'll do Chase Brown here. So Christian McCaffrey, Chase Brown, Nico Collins, and Mike Evans. I like that combo. We've got Stroud set up. Frankly, I think you've got Purdy set up. We could even be the annoying person doing the Joe Burrow at 63. I think Joe Burrow at 63 with Chase Brown is pretty fine. Benny thinks for the auto drafting, it should be 3 or 4 picks before round 8. Some people do have legit connection issues. 2 after round 9 is fine. That, I'll tell you, Benny, impossible to configure. No chance of that. Yes, this has happened to me as well, being in a bunch of slows. Yes, I assume that the functionality is per draft, but I've had this happen to me in slow drafts where you don't realize that you went on auto pick and you never get another notification, because I believe when you were on auto draft, you do not get any more notifications when you go on autopilot. Mean Muggin is surprised I didn't hammer Hampton there. Well, frankly, this is a reduced price for Chase Brown. For most of the time that the big board has been open, Brown has gone a smidgen ahead of this. So the Mike Evans Brown combo is fairly less common compared to, there are going to be a lot of Mike Evans and Amari and Hampton teams, particularly from early on in the drafting process. And I just want to get a little bit more Chase Brown. Just a smidgen. Who's on your list for this year's Brian Thomas Jr.? I mean, it's got to be Travis Hunter's got to be number 1 on that list, right? So I would say Travis Hunter is number 1 on that list, and then Luther Burden, pretty clear number 2 for me. A lot of people are going to disagree with me on Luther Burden, but I'm a big Luther Burden bro. Massive Luther Burden bro, actually, compared to the field. Chase Brown in the 4th is the best pick in best ball, parentheses, I haven't done a single draft. So my take on Chase Brown, and there's a couple questions in here about what's going to happen if the Bengals take a guy on day 2. I mean, frankly, I just think no way. No way do the Bengals have this awful roster. Why would they do that? Man, like just truly insane. But if they do, there's no denying it. It's really bad for Chase Brown. These day 3 picks with 1 year of production are just so likely to be replaced in the future. Like, Chase Brown is not going to sign a second contract with the Bengals, right? The Bengals are live to not take an offensive player, an offensive skill position player at all. Bengals, if they add J.K. Dobbins, I'm not. What do I care? What do I care if they add J.K. Dobbins? I personally am not afraid of J.K. Dobbins. You could argue maybe I should be, but I am not. I get fading, but 0%. Yeah, exactly. You do not want to have 0% of Chase Brown in the 4th. Chase Brown was solid last year. Chase Brown, he did his job. There's no doubt about that. All right, we're about up. Yeah, if you're afraid of J.K. Dobbins, then the price is bad. I think that is a fantastic way to put it. All right, what are we gonna do here? I guess we're taking a wide receiver. I'm fine with. I don't love Waddle here, although you probably do need to mentally be doing the math to at least increase the range of outcomes for Jalen Waddle, as opposed to trying to get off of him. Because if Tyreek is suspended, if Tyreek is traded, if Tyreek is injured, even if you think Jalen Waddle stinks, the range of outcomes goes way up. Yeah, this is the holdback for me, is that he got literally 100% of the backfield work. That is not repeating itself. There is no scenario in 2025 where Chase Brown is playing let's even call it 90% of the snaps in the Browns backfield. That just simply will not happen. Shout out to my boy Buck. We're taking Ricky Pearsall, and we are happy to do it, Buck. So what Chase Brown will need to do in 2025 is consolidate the goal line work. Do not give up all the passing down work to Samaj Pirine. Remember, Samaj Pirine did actually sign with the Bengals and not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as it was reported by Dove Kleiman or what the fuck ever. And he's going to have to regain some of the efficiency. Chase Brown kind of reminds me of Devin Achane in a way, where the volume, if it evaporates, there's not a ton left on the floor. Ooh, could J.K. Dobbins be this year's Will Fuller, where he just never signs? Absolutely. 100%. 100%. We could just never see and they never saw J.K. Dobbins again. It would depend on who they brought in. Mac Nova saying even if they bring in someone else, Chase Brown could still easily be worth a 4th round pick. It would definitely depend on whomst that is, right? I think it certainly depends on which one it is. Chad says his hope is at worst he's 2 years ago A-Chain, where he's more efficient on less touches. I would say that is probably the best outcome if you're a big Chase Brown bull, is he just is super efficient on roughly 14 touches a game. Dobbins is the Buffalo Fournette of Cowboys Dalvins. My God, that is dark. Did Will Fuller have a failed year before he vanished? That sounds true. Is that true? Will Fuller, Pro Football Reference. I don't know. Let's find out. Will Fuller, yes, he did. And I don't remember the circuit. I'm assuming that he got injured. It's kind of hard to go back into my Will Fuller lore. Yeah, so he signed with the Dolphins and then got injured and never played again. Yes, Dolphins Fuller. I had memory hold this. That's right, broken finger and then never seen again. If the Bengals are cool with just Pirine and Brown and just bringing in like a 6th round guy, why is Chase Brown not running back 5 or 6 minimum? Well, he's definitely not better than CMC, Genty, or A-Chain. He's probably not better than Jonathan Taylor. I could see ranking him ahead of Bucky Irving or Josh Jacobs, though. I could. 40% Will Fuller my first year doing best ball is more a flex than a failure. I agree. If you started every hole on the green, could you win the Masters? No chance. No chance at all. But it's a nice thought. What if Treylon Burks is who you need in 2025? Yeah, Will Fuller and Rookie Waddle being about the same ADP. That's bringing back some memories. I didn't do very many PGA best ball teams. I only did like 5, and I don't think any of them advanced. All right, so with this pick, we have to ask ourselves, do we want Baker with Evans? Do we prefer Purdy with Pearsall? What are the chances we get gobbled up by the quarterback window if we pass on quarterback at 82 and at 87? Yes, sir. Yes, I am, Mr. Muggin. Big Thunder fan. So the 2v2s are fairly attractive here. Skipping the quarterback, because I think Burden. We're gonna take Burden and see what happens. I could see taking Aaron Jones, Jalen Warren, or Tony Pollard on this team. Not that I am slamming the button. I'd also, frankly, I would be fine. Some people are really against this. I would be fine jamming Purdy at 87. Ooh, my boy was live for the DK PGA Millie this week. Yes, Corey Connors, man. Corey Connors not being able to close on Sunday was brutal. I am not afraid of getting the Warriors in the first round. No, maybe I should be, but frankly, I am not afraid. I'm not afraid. The real question of what am I spending my Calcutta winnings on? Nothing. Putting them in the mattress, brother. Maybe I'll buy myself a little bit of Bitcoin. All right, so Purdy, I think Mayfield is clearly the pick over. Now, there's some argument that maybe we should have gone a tight end there. Maybe could have gone Warren there. Totally reasonable argument to take Jonnu or Mark Andrews there because we have Baker, McCaffrey, Chase Brown, Nico Collins, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Ricky Pearsall, and Luther Burden. Obviously, this team is going to end up being a little bit light at tight end. Being a little bit light at tight end is if you're going to choose one of the positions to be a little bit light at. Yeah, the Calcutta ecosystem does hate me. Well, I believe for people who are Swolecast members, I believe our tentative plan is to keep doing Calcuttas. Well, thank God the Suns fired their coach. And they're going to trade Kevin Durant, and they're going to have to start all back over again. Ooh, hot take. The entire Western Conference, aside from Oklahoma City, is fake good. I don't think the Lakers are fake good. I think the Lakers are probably pretty good. And I think the Nuggets are fake bad. Cade Otton, tight end 1. Yeah, man, I don't take like any Cade Otton. Let's see if I got the I've got the caddy pulled up. Do I have my dollar exposure? I don't have my I have to refresh my my draft caddy exposures. All right, so we've got Baker, CMC, Chase Brown, Nico, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Ricky Pearsall, Luther Burden. Theoretically, we do have Purdy live, and we have 2 of the 49ers. We have McCaffrey and Pearsall. So now we have to see the Juwan Jennings guy is behind us and has Lamar. So now where is the Ayuk guy? Has Ayuk been drafted? Oh, he just went drafted. Okay, the Ayuk guy sadly is on our... No, the Ayuk... Wow. Dark Knight might end up tilting a little bit. Because, well, he's got his quarterback. So we actually might be in the clear. We might be able to get him at 106. Yeah, we have Stroud and Tua as well. This is true. If the Thunder do win the title and are impressive in the postseason, they will retroactively be considered one of those awesome teams. That is 100% true. I got very bad news though. Salted Cod and other people who care about the National Basketball Association. What the NBA wants is the NBA wants the Lakers in the finals. The NBA wants Luka and LeBron. Wow. Do you guys know about this lore? This is fine, says he's good for one McMuffin. This is one of the biggest wars in the YouTube members only Discord that if you become a member of the channel, you can partake in this. This is like our biggest thing. We have some people who are big McGriddle people, and we have some people who are big McMuffin people, and there is a holy war being fought. I would say outside of Brandon Ayuk, it's our number one most discussed thing, probably. Yes, Pepper Tony knows ball. There are McDonald's extremists who think McGriddles are edible, and they're a threat to democracy. Chad, that's why you're one of the good ones. Yeah, David Stern is coming back from the grave to stop Oklahoma City, Cleveland. That's true. Come on in, Aaron. You're a member. All you have to do is link. You're already a member. All you have to do is link your YouTube account to your Discord account, and you'll be automatically populated in. Lock of the century that Kitchen is on Team McGriddle. So true. So true. Gotta make it. Yes. All right. We will make a Terry McLaurin video. That was a hot topic early in Best Ball Spring, and I was getting bullied. That's true. Wow. All right. We did push Purdy all the way around. Bang. Click that button. I would have, weirdly, I would have liked to have gotten Kelsey on this team, but that's fine. All three of the tight ends in a row went there. Mark Andrews, Tyler, and Jonnu. So we must. Oh, okay. We had an early Diggs in this one. I guess that's not early for Cooper Kupp. It just feels early for me. Hampton visiting the Bears. Although the visits are never nearly as one-to-one as you think. It's the visits are very rarely. The visits are never like, oh, he visited, he's going there. You know, teams use them in different ways for... Now, if they're really locked in a positional group, like I believe the Steelers have brought in 11 running backs for a visit, that might mean something. That has the possibility to mean something for sure. Yes, and teams draft people they never visited with all the time. I have been making the Joe Flacco, David Njoku connection just in the sense of I keep drafting David Njoku, and I really hope Trivoli doesn't take him, and he doesn't. David Njoku is the ideal pick for this team. So we've got ourselves set up with a super, I guess this is a double hero running back. So we've got Baker stacked with Mike Evans. We've got Purdy stacked with Pearsall and with McCaffrey. Yes, Purdy stacked with McCaffrey and Pearsall. CMC and Chase Brown. Nico, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Ricky Pearsall, Luther Burden, David Njoku. That right there is what we like to see. That is a GM, boys. I'm not gonna lie, Mark. Hampton at 10, if you are a fan of the Bears. So brutal. So unbelievably brutal. Very, very jarring. Going from 10 to 12 round playoff best ball teams with 6 teams to 20 round. Yes. I probably will do some NHL playoff best ball because it does look like the it looks like there's going to be the contest lock on Saturday, and the contests are like 12% full. So I definitely will. Kenny Pickett is going to beef with Joe Flacco. I'm not here to hang out. Well, what are you here to do, Kenny? Wow. Donk says I have double zeros. He says that he says CMC and Kittle, or he says CMC and Chase Brown are double zeros. It's gnarly, bro. A Zamboni draft get canceled. Hey, man, that means Numi is doing his job. Yeah, Redacted will still be overlaying for sure. It will be Shough time in Cleveland in 2025. Let me tell you, man, if you are a Browns fan and you get stuck with Tyler Shough, stuck with Shough, that's a good bit. I'm making a mental note of this bit. Stuck with Shough. Do not draft this guy. That's a good bit, Davis. You file that away in your head. That is a really good bit. Hashtag stuck with Shough. I'm sorry, man. I just do not get it. I do not get the Tyler Shough thing. I get, I get when guys try, like, these young athletic quarterbacks. I totally get it. It's like, oh, dude, I can make Malik Willis work. I can make Jalen Milroe work. I can make Anthony Richardson work because they have the tools. But Shough just doesn't have anything. He's a 26-year-old who has accomplished nothing, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I need to learn more ball or learn to watch football in a different way, but I just do not get it. I mean, not only does he not have any awards, dude, he just never finished a season. He broke his clavicle 3 times. This is how long Tyler Shough has been in college. He was Justin Herbert's backup quarterback at Oregon. Justin Herbert is on his 2nd NFL contract. GM, brother. GM Clay, hope you're having a great day. All right. So we definitely need a running back here. Bigsby or Tootin or Trey Benson or Javonte. Any of these dudes are fine. Doesn't really matter. Same recruiting class as Penei Sewell. Tim Boyle was the worst college quarterback all time. That's real. All right. I guess they're going to force me to do it. I guess I'll take Bashal Tootin. I mean, they're making me do it, brother. They're forcing me. If you're right with Shough, you're a genius. If you're wrong and you start him 17, you get next year's best quarterback. That's true. I mean, let me revise this a little bit. If you take Tyler Shough in the 3rd round or the 4th round or the 5th round or whatever, I mean, it's fine. Like it's not that bad. All right, I'm about to go galaxy level third level on you guys. I'm going to take Dak here to stack with Luther Burden. How about that, brother? Dak and Luther Burden stacked together. Yeah, stay woke. Copy paste dates. I did not really do any PGA best ball. I think I did like 5 teams, and none of them did that well. Am I crazy for really liking Romeo Doubs? Yes, Doubs is gonna play a lot. The thing is it, or it's Dobbs, right? It's Dobbs out of his ceiling. I mean, he's probably gonna get you a minimum of 600 yards and 4 touchdowns. Wow, I did not know this before I said it. That's literally exactly what he got last year. He got in 13 games last year. He got exactly 601 yards and 4 touchdowns. The year before, 2023, he goes 674 yards and 8 touchdowns. Of all the Packers receivers, he's the one who plays most of the snaps. In all but 2 games, he played 73% or more of the offensive snaps. I don't think his ceiling is all that high. Yes, Romeo Doubs is a wide receiver chaperone. As the people are noting, Romeo Doubs is an expert chaperone. And there are some teams, like if you have, like, let's say there was a team you took Travis Hunter. You took Travis Hunter, Golden, and like you wanted to set up to take Alec Iomanor or Jaden Higgins or Jaden Knoll or something. Yeah, I mean, he's a totally reasonable guy to toss in there. Yeah, 808 on a good year. I wouldn't build my strategy around a lot of guys like that, but there's no reason I think to be like quote unquote out on him at these prices. I think he's totally reasonable. All right, well, Valhalla 209 did snap Jake Ferguson off for me. So it's Dak and Luther Burden, or it's Dak naked. Yeah, Dobbs is in his cuck chair watching Jacoby Myers sit in the other cuck chair. And they're both just watching. I guess what? They're both just watching Tucker Kraft score touchdowns. It's true. There's always Turpin. True. Whatever rookie wide receiver you draft, you can always tell yourself it's going to be fine. Chad, Mr. Candles, if you are not doing anything at this exact moment, Mr. Soccer Dave is needing some help with the quote unquote finalization of totals from the Swolcutta. Also, this is a great point. You do want the guy that you're drafting at 140 to be getting you want him getting suspended, right? For saying throw me the damn ball. I am personally not at all worried about the Jaden Higgins stuff from Matt. I think that Matt's analysis is really interesting. I don't know if it's always one-to-one useful for fantasy football, though. Not to say that it's bad, but it is sort of. I think it's fine. You know, is basically what I'm saying. All right, what do we do here? Wow. You know what? I'd be more tilted to lose Harvey than I would to lose Pitts. I almost took Kyle Pitts there, but I would be more tilted to lose my dude Harvey. And of course Trivoli. I should have known that Trivoli, noted slappy, was going to take Kyle Pitts immediately. Is Brian Robinson Jr. about to lose his job? I mean, if you made me guess today, I would guess that Brian Robinson Jr. is going to be in a very similar role to what he has been in the past. Eckler seems more likely to lose a significant portion of his playing time just because he's... What is Austin Eckler? I mean, he's got to be almost 31. Oh, no, actually he doesn't turn 30 until May 17th. And let's do... You know what? On this team, let's just add another chaperone. We'll do Thielen. None of these tight ends are speaking to me. We'll do another chaperone and Thielen. Eckler does feel 34, but yes, this is what I agree with. We do not talk enough about Washington as a great rookie running back destination, and it is that way for a couple reasons. The first one being there's just a ton of backfield touches there, and neither Brian Robinson nor Austin Eckler were like phenomenal last year. 48% success rate for Brian Robinson Jr. That is pretty poor. 51% for Austin Eckler, a little bit better, but only 77 rushes for Eckler. Then we had 55 rushes denominated for Jeremy McNichols and 35 rushes for Chris Rodriguez. McNichols and Rodriguez combined for 6 touchdowns. Those guys also were not zeros in the passing game. They combined for 13 targets as well. So basically, if you nuke Jeremy McNichols and Chris Rodriguez into one guy, there's already a little bit on the bone there, about 100 touches for a running back 3. But the more important thing is if then you replace one of Eckler or Brian Robinson Jr. with that role, then the other guy can stay, whether it be Brian Robinson Jr. takes a back seat, Eckler takes a back seat. If the Commanders take, I don't know, if the Commanders do Damian Martinez, Damian Martinez is not really a great fit. If the Commanders take Brashard Smith, I mean, that guy could definitely be the Bucky Irving. I know the 2017 running back class is insanely loaded. Chaperone is not exactly grown man. Chaperone is like an old guy to give you some immediate production, effectively. That is what we're looking at. What's the name of this sensational background music? Well, if you go to StreamYard, which is a streaming software, and you go down to background music and you click on night driving, this is what you get. Romeo Doubs is younger than Tyler Shough. Yes, Alan Lazard is the Jerry Rice of chaperones. Actually, the Adam Thielen is the freaking Jerry Rice of chaperones. He is the elite chaperone, in my opinion. By the way, this draft is literally going to take an hour. I mean, we are just absolutely fucking snoozing through this draft. All of the non-friends and family in this draft, you guys are absolutely blowing it. Yeah, Kyle Pitts still can't buy alcohol. It's true. Yes, B-Rob has absolutely no long speed. That's really all it is. He has no long speed. Cannot. If he gets through the line of scrimmage, sure. He's decent at breaking tackles, but the guy Brian Robinson Jr. does a pretty good job at doing things that coaches want him to do. You know what? Sure, let's do Zach Ertz. Why not? Zach Ertz, because we're gonna take a rookie tight end. Zach Ertz is the Rob Gronkowski of chaperones for sure. I don't even feel that good about it, but yes, all grown men are chaperones, but not all chaperones are grown men. It's a great way. It's a great way to put it. Thielen is the Larry Fitzgerald of Robert Woods. Is also good. Also good. You know what? This is a team to take Kate Otten on. Is it? You know what? I'm gonna push that can. All these running backs are the same. What do I do here? I guess I take Tolbert. Tolbert is, there we go. I knew I'd get there. Tolbert as another wide receiver in there. Yeah, I'm probably going to do 2 more today, Bryson. I'm probably going to do 2 more best ball drafts today here on the channel. How many vet running back values are about to get nuked in Dynasty? I mean, about 1 billion. If I had to guess, I'd guess at least 6 up to 12. Like, A-Chain could be impacted. Ramondre could be impacted. Joe Mixon could be impacted. ETN and Bigsby could be impacted. Pollard could be impacted. Jalen Warren, Chase Brown, Isaiah Pacheco, Najee Harris, Brian Robinson Jr., Tyrone Tracy. Tyrone Tracy could be impacted a good bit. Alvin Kamara could be impacted. Probably not, but could. David Montgomery could be impacted. Aaron Jones probably not, but maybe. Josh Jacobs could be. DeAndre Swift is a pretty obvious one. Kyron is a pretty obvious one. Man, yeah, the list is long. Yeah, I was gonna say it's easier to list the ones who aren't likely to be. I have not done any of the bigger or biggest boards. I got no money, goat napped. You know, I'm just out here grinding, brother. Do I have a preference between best ball and standard dynasty? Yeah, best ball is way better. And the reason why I like best ball dynasty better is I actually think you have to be better and more in tune with the overall tenor of the National Football League if you play best ball, because you have bigger rosters. So you are rewarded for having a 30-man roster of guys who are really good. Whereas in a standard dynasty where you just have a standard starting lineup, you know, I mean, it's helpful to have like a good wide receiver 5, but that's not really what wins you the league. So I prefer best ball dynasty, but I like both for sure. Yeah, teams that don't need a running back in round 5 are going to draft one anyways. 100%. Ball is life is correct, and that's why we are very likely to have backfields shook up. Been clicking Tracy more. Tracy's a tough one for me. Like, if you were to look up replacement level, like a running back, if you were to look up archetype of running back who's really likely to be replaced, it would probably be Tracy. But I think he's pretty good, so maybe I should be less of a coward. Man, I am hoping and praying that we don't have any auto drafters in the next draft. We probably will, but we're still hoping. We're still praying. No, I could not see the Chiefs drafting Fannin. He is not really their type. Dang, dude, I just missed on a bunch of running backs. All right, we're going chaperone level again. We're going Justice Hill here. I'll let you guys guess. Cooks Looking is asking, if you had to perform a rap song by heart, which would you choose? I bet that you guys could guess. There are probably two that I could do flawlessly. Like there are probably two in my head that I could just do. And I will let you guys guess. Bang, there's one of them, and that's obvious. Jack Ward with the soul read knows all I would say 25% of white men in their 30s could probably do every word to Lose Yourself. I'm going to do another running back here. I'm going to do Shipley Chasing. But Lose Yourself is obviously the absolute classic. Everyone knows that one. Absolute heat. 8 Mile, like one of the first adult movies I ever got to watch. You just grew up at the right. I was the right age. It was the right time and place for Eminem to be like 10 out of 10. Not that I certainly am not, Eminem is not on the, well, I'm 32 years old, and I know that I am not alone in this in my age range of being able to do Lose Yourself word for word. GM. Certainly a very good chance that Will Shipley is the new Izzy Abanikanda. Yeah, you are not wrong about that. Shipley Chasing could go to 0. Round 5, the Philadelphia Eagles select Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. And it's over. Yes, Lose Yourself is basically Mr. Brightside. No doubt about that. The other one that I could do word for word would be Triumph, the all-time greatest Wu-Tang Clan song. Triumph I could do A Bomb Atomically, Socrates Philosophies. Absolutely. Yes, and I don't take this the wrong way. I don't take this the wrong way because it's obvious. That is why it was one of the first guesses that someone guessed, was because it's just pretty obvious that I look like someone who could do the entirety of Lose Yourself. Yeah, 32-year-old white guys, stand up. We know who we are. See, the other thing is you got to know is that a lot of white guys my age, Lutz, I'd say 32 to 40, really into the Wu-Tang Clan. A lot of guys my age, really into the Wu-Tang Clan. Exactly 32, brother. Exactly 32. Last stop on Wu-Tang's last ever tour is June 22nd in Philly. Don't tempt me, brother. Also, yes. I'll believe last ever tour when I see it. Goat Napped, 38, can confirm. Yeah, It must have just kind of been something. Might have just been something in the water. I mean, obviously they were really popular, and it's not just white people. Wow, from New York and not into the Wu-Tang. That's pretty interesting because they're a pretty New York group. All right, we've got conflicting reports Oh, last ever tour. There we go. My boy Frankie Dash is going on the 30th. Yeah, Raekwon's going to be doing shows forever. You never know which direction we're going to go in a draft that goes for a billion hours. I'm putting all these auto drafters, all the auto drafters, all jail. Jail to all the auto drafters. Yes. In college when Liquid Swords came out. Yes. Yeah, Beastie Boys were a little bit before my time. Please tell me New York will be allowed to draft on that front. Yes, it is. It's always it's because the auto drafters room. I don't think you guys are gonna get this one out of me. I don't think you guys are getting me to wrap the entirety of Triumph on stream. Maybe for 20,000 subscribers or something. All right, we actually need the opposite of a chaperone in this room. So I'm gonna take Mason Taylor. What do Artillery Frost? I don't think you're here, but you'll watch it on playback. We gotta come up with a term for the reverse of a chaperone. God, this draft took forever. All right, we have a 3-6-7-3 Baker doubled. No, not Baker doubled. Baker singled. You know what? I kind of want to take another running back. Sidekick doesn't really care. Kind of says it's the same. Yeah, I'm going to take Jordan James. Oh no, I can do the entirety of Freaks and Geeks. I was not cooler than you, Will. I could do the entirety of this. Yeah. I was not cool either. Street urchins, pre-K. Yeah, when in doubt, take a running back. Adolescent. Delinquent's good. Delinquent. Rapscallion. Gambino is a mastermind. Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely do that one. Ryan Ray gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Ryan Ray. He's saying, why don't you kids know the Beastie Boys? I could probably rehearse every word of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. All right, recap this team. Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Christian McCaffrey, Chase Brown, Bayshell Tootin, RJ Harvey, Chaperone Justice Hill, Will Shipley chasing, and Jordan James, Nico Collins, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Ricky Pearsall with Purdy, Mike Evans with Baker, Luther Burden with Dak, theoretically, Chaperone Adam Thielen, Jalen Tolbert with Dak, David Njoku, Zach Ertz, and Mason Taylor. Yeah, love big Tribe Called Quest guy as well. The reason why YouTube has such little aura is because I gotta give cool names to them mean mugging. It's not on me. It's not on YouTube. I'm the one who is aura less. Not stacking to it a theoretically draft Dak and Burden. That's the lifestyle I'm living, brother. Saw some members of the Wu-Tang live at Sunday River, Maine in the mid-2000s. Complete shit show, more snow inside the building than outside. Yeah, Burden is a Cowboys ass pick. Classic. All right, that was Big Board 132 of 150. Now let's go feed the dogs and do another one. All right, we've got the 3-hole. How many friends and family do we have? Samwise, Trivoli, JT Benninger 2, the Sentry, Tanner. All right, boys, you know the deal. No, the 1.11 is good. If we are spooked on Kyurem, then Quorum is dead. Well, that's not exactly how it works, because either they're going to draft someone or they're not. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, if they draft someone, they're both dead to some degree. I don't really think it's that live. All right, I'm keeping tabs on everyone in this draft. J. Leo, I'm already putting you in jail. You're taking 10 seconds to take Jamar Chase. So I'm already putting this guy in the 101 at jail. It took you 20 seconds to take Chase. Goofy Traps, not putting you in jail. I will take Barkley. All right. Tanner, are we putting you in jail? Delinquents is good. Predict the East and West NBA Finals. I have to pull the bracket up. Is the issue. I personally like to tweet at my players to let them know that I'm selecting them. That's why I take the full clock. I have not seen a ton of BTJs 102. I know Liam sometimes flips the board with BTJ. Well, you have to pull the bracket up to get the. I think he's asking for the conference finals. NBA playoff bracket. All right, I am going to say the Western Conference Finals. The Western Conference Finals is going to be the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Eastern Conference Finals, the New York Knickerbockers and the Boston Celtics. We going to see a roadmap on the contest from Underdog like last year? Well, Mathology, it's a good question. See, and this is why I pulled the bracket up. I forgot there is reseeding. I forgot there's reseeding. Yeah. You can't pull the bracket up because the NBA playoffs reseed. Yep. All right. So immediately disregard me. Immediately disregard me. Yes. They can't. Wait. Yes, there is reseeding. Is there not? All right, dude. Then don't ask me. Don't ask me when I'm okay. All right. There is no reseeding. Don't ask me when I'm trying to draft the big board winner then. I am a little bit higher on the Knicks than the consensus though. We've not really discussed Carr's shoulder yet. I'm just taking Trey McBride here. We have not discussed Derek Carr's shoulder yet. I sort of think this is like maybe actually going to work out for the Saints. Like, don't you think there's a chance that this actually works out in the Saints' favor? They just don't play Derek Carr. They just stink. All right. You know what? God, do I fall victim to it? Yeah, I am falling victim to it. I fell victim to the Tyreek hype. The Tyreek anti-hype. I took DJ Moore over him slightly at MVP. So Barkley, DJ Moore, Bride. Yeah, you guys do the ball. I'm not 100% sure that Shough will be gone by then. Also, Kirk asks, are we seeing drops in ADP for Shaheed or Olave? I sort of feel as if the market was already aware that Carr was a risky proposition to start the entire season. And so if Carr is already a risky proposition to start the entire season, then it doesn't really matter, because the ADP is kind of all-encompassing in the sense that they're saying in week 17, we have no idea who is starting for the New Orleans Saints, but we just do want Shaheed. I mean, I would way rather have, I would even say this, not at 9, but I'd rather have Tyler Shough or Will Howard or Kyle McCord. Honestly, even Spencer Rattler. I did not move Olave or Shaheed down my rankings. When I did a rankings update, and I did not move either of those guys down. Yes, exactly. Basically, any mystery box versus the known Carr mediocrity. You don't find it compelling. Tennessee and Cleveland have done nothing serious to address quarterback. Well, the Giants, the Raiders, the Jets, and the Seahawks all had to scramble in free agency to solve quarterback. Not really. No. Because Tennessee is happy to take Ward, and Cleveland does not have the money to pay Geno Smith, wouldn't have had the money to play Fields, wouldn't have had the money to pay Darnold. So no, I do not find that particularly compelling. All right, Brian wants me to check the combo ownership tool in the Draft Caddy. And it is not working. Tuning up the Draft Caddy for BBM season. All right, and now we just take JMO. That's a little flip the board there. JMO, I guess a little bit after ADP. So Barkley, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, Trey McBride. We will happily take any wide receiver. I do have some bad news on this front. Reed said you should ask Lan Larison what his best picnic day story at the University of California, Davis was. Lan Larison literally just messaged me right as I was about to hop on the stream and said that he's got to rain check me today. He's actually literally moving out of Davis, California today, and so we're recording later in the week. So the Lan Larison Takecast might be pushed down a little bit. All right. So we've got Goff, we've got Caleb, and let's add JJ McCarthy into the mix. Love to see it. Someone's going to get a deal on Jalen Hurts. Looks like we are going to give... Wow, we just gave Tanner Borund a sick team. He's got Jefferson, Bucky, Reek, Devonta, and Hurts. You love to see it. Dan Campbell was a tight end, brother. People forget. Just now, a report that Shough is not going 2 or 3. I mean, he could be gone by 9. There is a lot of stuff going on at those spots of the draft for sure. All right. So we have got Barkley, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, Jordan Addison, and Trey McBride. We might really just need to set ourselves up as like this could be a true hero running back team. Depending on what happens at this next turn, because we are definitely behind at wide receiver right now. Milroe might be my running back 2 in the class. I'm higher on Milroe than you guys are. A lot of you guys are Milroe haters. Dude, didn't you watch him against Vanderbilt? Dude, not Vanderbilt. Didn't you watch him against Oklahoma? Dude, he stinks. Dude, Jalen Milroe stinks. I'll put it on the record right now. Milroe definitely does not stink. Is Milroe frustrating? Is Milroe going to be the best quarterback in this class? Is Milroe going to be a franchise quarterback? I mean, I don't know. I'd probably lean against it. Could Jalen Milroe kind of Daniel Jones his way to some 9-10 win seasons? Yeah, I think he certainly could. I think that is almost like one of the most likely scenarios for his career, frankly. I said Tua stinks. I said Hurts stinks. I'll keep quiet on Milroe. Well, maybe you'll be vindicated. Maybe you'll be vindicated on Tua. You definitely were not going to be right about Hurts. A-Rich was literally Omega ass and did put up some spikes. Well, the way I understand this Burgundy Bets is that they do not want the Will Levis situation to happen again. That's the way I understood it. Yes, also Milroe is a good dude. All right. Let's do, you know what? I'm actually going to take Judkins because there's going to be a wide receiver I like coming around, and probably the running backs are about to get snapped up. Jalen Hurts was much better than Jalen Milroe. Much, much, much better. I mean, Anthony Richardson worked out for fantasy. Anthony Richardson has been a good fantasy football asset, and that is the game. That is the game we are playing, brother. Richardson, I don't know, man. All right, let's see. Pearsall. Yeah, let's add in another potential quarterback, so we're going to take Pearsall. So we're Barkley, Judkins, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall, Trey McBride. So we'll probably double tap quarterback on the next turn. Yeah, I would not say Richardson is way better than Milroe personally. Okay, fair enough. In Dynasty, he's actually been a brutal asset. But if you were getting, I don't know, let's say I told you for sure Jalen Milroe is starting 10 games. So you're getting no more, no less, but you're getting 10 games, including week 15, week 16, and week 17. Where are you taking Jalen Milroe? Because I think you'd probably want to take him pretty high. That's just my thought, really. Not high. I had my boy trade Richardson in the 105 for Burrow. Yeah, if that's super flex, yeah. Get Underdog back in New York. I wish I could, brother. Wish I could snap my fingers. Yeah, Brett is one of the biggest noted Jalen Milroe haters. I will, Brett, sight unseen right now. So not even including where he gets drafted. You know, I still have to pay you if he doesn't get drafted or if he's a 7th round draft pick. I'll bet you my $25 to your $100 that Jalen Milroe starts a minimum of 1 game this year. Minimum of 1. Exactly. Who needs to read defenses? I think buying on Richardson right now is probably good. Buy when there's blood on the streets. Tiger Uppercut is asking the real questions. If I could bring Underdog back to New York by spending 1 hour on the subway, would I do it? I would do it for you guys. I would do that for you guys. I wouldn't be happy about it, but I would do it for you. The Jets are not taking a quarterback. My opinion, the Jets are not taking a quarterback. Richardson is never, it's so true. It's so true. Richardson is never going to be cheaper than he is right now. Yeah, like if I just told you not even the number of games, but if I just told you that Richardson wins, quote unquote, wins the quarterback competition, I mean, aren't we just jamming Richardson? Even without knowing the week 17 outcome? Well, if he sucks, you're just never taking him again. I don't think that's true. I do not think you want him to lose the competition. I think you very much want him to win. And I think you want him to play fine. All right, we'll do Caleb first. And then we literally don't care which quarterback gets around. I mean, we probably would have slightly preferred Kyler, but we don't care if it's Purdy. We don't care if it's Goff. I guess if they both go, we're tilting. It's kind of an interesting thing there at the turn. Like, what do you do? Also, maybe some argument to take Kirk or Shaheed here. Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe I should not take Purdy. I've just been absolutely jamming this dude. So I should take Goff here. I have just been taking Purdy like every time. It is definitely worth it to do it. I'm gonna take Goff this time. I would have preferred to get Kyler. Maybe I guess. Okay. All right. I am an idiot. As AW is noting, I should have checked the stacks behind me. So dude behind me had Marv. Although he also had Rome. So this guy behind me was taking whichever one I didn't take. Goofy Traps was taking whichever one. So that makes me feel a little bit better. All right. So after that turn, we are at Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, Saquon Barkley, Quinshawn Judkins, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall, Trey McBride. Much better pace on this one, gentlemen. Much better pace. I do not think that the Colts coaching staff falls in love with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, I mean, I'm sorry, dude. He is terrible. I mean, he's terrible in such a way that if my boy Richardson is just a little bit serious, I think he clown shoes him. Like if Richardson has been doing Goofy Traps. Mr. Goofy Traps. That's the thing. He's not even fun terrible. If you have to draft a quarterback to finish a Cleveland stack right now, shit, I don't know, man. I guess it's Flacco. Under no circumstances am I ever taking Kenny Pickett. I took Naked Hurts not paying attention, and the guy who had Brown and Smith got pissed off at me and took Naked McCarthy as revenge. Well, you know, I like that. You settle it in the streets. Mean Muggin is making a good point, which is that if it's Flacco, you know, Flacco's numbers might not be that crazy, but he is definitely going to try and moonball your dudes. Yeah. I mean, you probably try. I would maybe it's even Kirk Cousins. I don't know, man. What a mess that situation is. A true mess. What prospect am I struggling with? I'm not really struggling with any of them. I feel like I've got a pretty good picture of all of them. I don't know. All right, Dylan Sampson, Andrew. You tell me. Dylan Sampson I'm struggling with a little bit. I've seen him ranked as high as running back 3 in the class. And I have him kind of well outside of that range. Yeah, Flacco, it's a $4 million base deal, but $13 million in incentives. Yeah. I don't know, maybe they do just take Shedeur too. Yeah, and they could have just had Baker Mayfield. All right. Wow. Is this gonna be I mean, I am just gonna take Purdy here, dude. Look at that quarterback room. We got all the guys in the quarterback window. Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, Brock Purdy. Quarterback window booked up. Yeah, not a ton of Nepo babies this year in the draft, really. Yeah, Dylan Sampson is Mike Renner's running back too. Atlanta can eat some of his money, is how Cleveland affords Cousins, based on my understanding. Yeah, Kirk was awful. All right. I would actually love to take Hollywood Brown here, and I will get my wish. Wide receiver room of DJ Moore, Jamison Williams, Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall, and Hollywood Brown. The weight of the world on Saquon Barkley and Quinshon Judkins' shoulder. But I do like this build. GM, Artillery Frost. I had a question for you. I need your Artillery Frost. I need your counterpoint to chaperone. Like if you have a room full of nothing but chaperones, like if you've got all 29 30-year-old guys in your wide receiver room, what do you call the rookie wide receiver? A delinquent? A rapscallion? What's your answer? You are misunderstanding us. All we mean by Nepo Baby is that they are related. Waterboy's really good. Waterboy I like. Waterboy's funny. All right, so what are we hoping to fill? to fill this build out. A rookie wide receiver for sure. Probably 2 more rookie running backs, maybe 1 chaperone running back. I do like having quarterback done this early. For BBM 6, do you just let someone come in and adjust your individual chief rankings so you can stay diverse? I'm hoping it's not going to be that big of an issue. Like Worthy, there's no way that I'm going to be able to get off of the Worthy experience. But I think I basically have all the other Chiefs kind of ranked where they go. I've got Rashi ranked right at ADP. I've got Kelsey ranked right at ADP. I do have Mahomes ahead, so I could adjust Mahomes back a little bit. I've got Pacheco way behind, and I do have Hollywood ahead. So I'm kind of like marginally higher on the Chiefs, but I am. Yeah, did you guys see? Did you guys see the beginning of the Mahomes? So this is the beginning of the Mahomes Revenge Tour. My custom rankings on the Sidekick. The beginning of the Mahomes Revenge Tour. He got his hair cut, trimmed down a little bit. I don't know. Are you guys? I heard Dylan Raiola got a haircut too. That's really funny. Yeah, 80% Worthy, but a much more diverse Jacquard tree. Dante Thornton. Andrew is telling us that he is going to be a Tyquan Thornton type surprise second rounder. Although, as Peppertoni states, if your home team is good and you don't hammer them, then what are you doing? Yeah, no beer belly yet. Still see some muffin top in that shirt. Yesterday's Masters was the greatest round of golf I have ever watched. I was on the edge of my seat. I felt legitimately sick. When Rory missed that, about a 6-footer on 18 to make bogey. I've never experienced an emotion like that before, man. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, we did it. We did do it, Michael. In a way, all of us who were rooting for him this entire time, we did it too. Well, the NBA playoffs were sick at the same time too. I could only do so much. Yes. Congrats to us, MacNova. Wow. Owned him. All right. Controversial pick I'm about to make here. I'm going to take the aforementioned chaperone, Romeo Doubs, and I'm going to set myself up to absolutely hammer running backs the rest of the way. Yeah, there you go, Mean Muggin. Yeah, NBA playoffs are going to be awesome. I'm super looking forward to the NBA playoffs. The Thunder are great. The Nuggets are putting themselves in a good spot. Eastern, it's going to be great. Yesterday's golf from Rory's 14th hole on was the first golf Artillery Frost has ever watched. Yeah, it was sickening. Just to watch him. No, I literally feel the same way. Like Rory getting through that round. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I woke up today feeling invigorated. All right, I'm actually gonna pass on Benson here, and I'm gonna take Urendo for the little mini stack. Yeah, I'm gonna take Urendo for the little mini stack. He did. He tried so hard not to win. Yeah, the shot on 17 was unbelievable. Yeah, I I am not like Liam. I don't game these things out the same way Liam does. Liam's really good at being on top of like, oh, this team is really likely to play in week 17 or whatever. I'm not quite as good about that as Mr. Chess Liam is. No, I definitely GTO Hurricane. I thought of my old friend Blake as well. No idea what he's up to. I haven't texted him in a long time. I hope he's well. But I did think of old Empire Maker 2 as well during that final round. So I took Urendo there instead of Giddens, instead of Neal, instead of Harvey, because I am going to hammer. So this is a little bit weird with an anchor running back team, but I wonder if 7 running backs on this team makes a little bit more sense. So instead of an 8th wide receiver, if you follow my logic, we have our elite tight end, so we might only even need 2 tight ends. We've got Moore, Jamo, Addison, Pearsall, Hollywood. We'll add 1 rookie wide receiver into that mix. We might really not need an 8th, but we are going to be light at running back 2 for certain. Yes, a humility-based drafter. Hey man, you stack up lots of 0.1% micro edges, and you've got yourself a good little bit of edge. By the way, none of you complimented me about this thumbnail. I was pretty proud of this thumbnail. I worked on this thumbnail for like 45 minutes. I was pretty proud of it. It could be better. I didn't love the font, but you know, there you go. Can always count on Mr. Spurious News. No, the Sharkus doesn't like it. The Sharkus says it's bad. Adam says he smirked. Mean Muggin says he was going to watch Pete's stream to play back, but the thumbnail got him here. And Marker Tassel says he's too much of a simpleton to care. How many dances did I draft? I think I did about 40 of them. I think I did about 40. And I did some early. Now, I don't know if I have any of the nutted Lakers, Celtics things, though. I mean, if the ones you want, I believe for a little while it was possible to do Tatum, Brown, LeBron, Luka. Wow, top 3 all-time thumbnails ever. That's how you put yourself in the... Yes, Pete, my good friend Peter did do the little redirect for me. All right, and this is going to work out anyways because we're going to get Devin Neal. Now, we did not get Giddens or Harvey, though. So Harvey goes here. Samwise knows ball. Oh, Liam was 15 seconds from getting into my draft. Head-to-head stream drafting. It's this is easier said than done, Marker Tassel. The ADP was pretty efficient. One could argue it might make sense to get second tight end out of the way right now. But I think I'm probably, you know what? You guys are gonna hate this. But shouldn't I just take J.K. Dobbins here? Hell no. Shouldn't I just take Dobbins? Feels like Dobbins or Martinez. All right, Ryan said no, so I'm going to take the first person. All right. Martinez, come on. No. Aaron Wiggins is the most important player in the world. It's true. No doubts about that. The Dobbins hate has gone too far unless he's legitimately a zero, which he might legitimately be a zero. Yeah, Martinez might even be Dobbins. Ooh, big earthquake in San Diego. That's a bummer. I mean, it would not be surprising to me if the remainder of J.K. Dobbins' career, like, here's a good example. The last 2 years of Devonta Freeman's career, like, do you guys remember that Devonta Freeman was a New York Giant? Like, I bet I just said that to you, and you guys were like, "Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean Devonta Freeman was a New York Giant?" I don't remember that at all. And then he was, do you guys remember Devonta Freeman as a Baltimore Raven? In fact, Dobbins and Freeman were teammates in 2021. Devonta Freeman, Latavius Murray, Tyson Williams, Le'Veon Bell, and Trenton Cannon were the running backs. Yeah, he kind of did have a run on Baltimore. Yeah, he was, and then he never played again. I don't know. I'd say this. This is where I'm at on J.K. Dobbins. I think the odds of him being quote unquote the guy you needed to have are pretty low. So I will, if I want to get some exposure to him, guess what, dude? I'm about to do 1,100, probably more, probably 1,500 drafts starting in 2 weeks. So I'll snap him off there. Dobbins is the only person I feel bad for making $500K per year the rest of his career. Well, he'll figure something out. Ooh, hot take from Brady. Would rather have Nick Chubb over Dobbins any day. I would not. I think Nick Chubb's career has been over. Yeah, just looking at it, bro, I think we're going to have to get you to 10,000. My Nick Chubb prediction is that he does not sign anywhere until week 3 of the NFL season. And at the point in which he does sign, all right, you know what? Sure. Mike Gesicki, Trey McBride, Spider-Man pointing meme. I don't know. I mean, Chubb was really bad last year, and then he had another season-ending injury. What is and he's 30. What do we want from Nick Chubb? Just feels like he's what he doesn't owe us anything. All right, 3-5, 6-2, 3 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 6 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. We could just snab a wide receiver here and just be done. Is there anyone I need to like diversify a bit at wide receiver for? This could be an interesting kind of... I need a rookie wide receiver. God, but I don't freaking want it to be Isaiah Bond. All right, dude. Tory Horton. Did you guys see Tory Horton posted a 9.5 RAS? The Chiefs are taking an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. I gotta show you this though. The Tory Horton RAS. I was not expecting this. This was surprising to me. Tory Horton, 195, 6 feet tall, 37-inch vert, 10-foot broad, 4.41, 9.83 RAS for Tory Horton. 9.83 RAS. I've seen some scuttlebutt on him. I wonder if he ends up being a 3rd-round pick. Well, Javonte basically, it's kind of funny what they did with Javonte last year, Ryan. They turned him into the passing down back because he couldn't run on early downs. Pats take Genty at 4. Yeah, I don't think so. I've gone through all the permutations on Genty, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it'd probably be slightly bad for them to do it. They need offensive linemen so bad. They just need an offensive lineman so bad. But yes, as Mac Nova notes, Tory is indeed a good pick. Let me pull up the beast on Tory Horton. Do we think Tory Horton was good enough to have gotten a write-up in the beast? I sure hope he did. He did. Mr. Brugler. Does he have a round? Yeah, he's got him as a 3rd-round grade. Also a good punt returner. Yeah, I think it is probably going to be Campbell at 4. Yeah, they shouldn't, but it also would not make me feel any different about Genty. Royals will be the only wide receiver from this class who has a chance to be their team's #1 wide receiver if he goes to the Packers. What about Travis Hunter, brother? You don't think Travis Hunter can be a wide receiver 1? I'm brave enough to say that I think he can be a wide receiver 1. Yeah, I also wish that we had a Savion Williams-Rass. And I bet Savion Williams-Rass is really good. It would be stunning to me if it was not good. Right? I think Royals is, I don't know about so good. I think Royals is strong. I don't know about so good. All right, so we have got our quarterback room is set. You could maybe with our final pick, we'll take a 3rd tight end, but I don't think we need another wide receiver. We have a bunch of honestly, we have a bunch of number 2s. Moore is a 1, Williams is a 2, Addison's a 2, Pearsall is maybe a 1, maybe a 2, maybe a 3. Hollywood's a clear 3. Dobbs is maybe a 1. Tory Horton is probably a wide receiver 4 to start the year. No one can overtake Jaden Reed. He's literally so good they can't afford to risk him playing on half their snaps. That's pretty good. We definitely need a running back. Let's do Jaden Blue. You know what? On this one, Keaton Mitchell makes way more sense than Justice Hill on this one. Because we're just doing moon balls here. We just need one of the moon balls of Guerrendo, Neal, Martinez, or Blue to hit. 6 magnitude earthquake in San Diego. Sheesh, man. That's no joke. Yeah, if Tet goes to the Raiders, Panthers, Chargers, probably not the Chargers. Lad's pretty good, dude. Troy Franklin. Does Tez Johnson still get picked? Where's old Tez Johnson? Tez down to wide receiver 134. How the mighty have been fallen. All right, I am going to take Keaton Mitchell. And then you guys are going to determine. Wow, felt it all the way up in Orange County. Got the shakeout alert in Orange County. Another one. Fuck, man. Earthquake is crazy business. I mean, tornadoes and stuff that we get here are gnarly, but earthquake is gnarly, gnarly business. Yeah, shit. Is Karain okay? All right. You guys tell me, what are we doing for our last pick? We have got Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, and Brock Purdy at quarterback. Our running back room is Saquon Barkley, Quinshawn Judkins, Isaac Urendo, Devin Neal, Damian Martinez, Jaden Blue, Keaton Mitchell. Wide receivers are DJ Moore, Jamison Williams, Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall, Hollywood Brown, Romeo Doubs, and Tory Horton, here's a who, Trey McBride, and Mike Gesicki. So are we taking Mason Taylor or Elijah Arroyo? Are we taking Kavonte Turpin? Are we taking a running back? The running back could be Jarquez Hunter, Taj Brooks, Little Etienne, Jordan James, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Tutu. I mean, Bond will definitely play, but I don't know if he's going to get drafted. I am not taking Devon Vele. Also, I will be kind to you guys today. If we get to 130 likes, I'll do another draft after this one. 130 likes, we'll do another draft. But no more, no less. If not, I'm signing off. Nope. 100, no deal. No dice. 130. 130 or I'm out. I'm leaving. It's a beautiful day. My dog would love to go on a walk. Devon Vele's older than Tyler Shough, brother. I have no interest. Roshan is reasonable. Roshan's reasonable. Jake wants me to take Pat Bryant. I don't really want to take Pat Bryant. Tutu. Yeah, Bond will play, but I don't think he's going to be the best Rick Harrison could do is 85 likes. All right, we already got it. We already got it then. All right, there you go. I'll do one more. Easy peasy. I'm going to go up and I'm going to go grab a glass of iced tea, and then we will fire the next one up. Bang. Jaden Blue is no longer free. Sad. We've not reached a convincing conclusion to who we should be taking. Tory Horton and Pat Bryant on the same team. You have to know Mega Ball. I know, so many likers, so many people. First thing I do when I open a YouTube video of someone that I like if I'm watching one of Pete's videos or whatever, I just click like right away. I don't know. Are we slurping Turpin? I would do this for a $500 super chat, Salted Cod. You know what? Oh shit! I picked. Damn! I ran out of time. I ran out of indecision. I literally just ran out. I couldn't decide. So I took Elijah Arroyo. All right, for the audio listeners, we have a 3-7-7-3. Our three quarterbacks are Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, and Brock Purdy. Our running backs are Saquon Barkley, Quinshawn Judkins, Isaac Urendo, Devin Neal, Damian Martinez, Jaden Blue, and Keaton Mitchell. Our wide receivers are DJ Moore with Caleb, Jameson Williams with Goff, Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall with Brock Purdy, Hollywood Brown, Romeo Doubs, and Tory Horton. Our tight ends are Trey McBride, Mike Gesicki, and Elijah Arroyo. There we go. And I liked that. I liked that team. I think it was pretty strong. I'm going to go up and go get an iced tea, and I will be back with you guys in like 45 seconds. How about that?
The Davis Mattek YouTube channel is made possible by viewers like you. Every subscriber, memby, and super chat goes to ensuring Davis doesn't have to work at State Farm. Thank you.
All right. How many likes did I know? I do 100%. We do need to get to this. Zach is busy today, but I'm going to add that onto our list of things that we need to do this summer. How many likes did we get to? Let me refresh. 140. All right. I mean, you guys did good. And you deserve to be rewarded. So this is now shit. Damn, 15 left, brother. And Best Ball Spring is over. How about it? Big board. 134 of 150. I wonder if are those numbers right? Jeff Janis highlights. Jeff Janis highlights probably get it done. We're drafting out of the 103 again. Yeah, the mustache loading bar is very good. My numbers must be off. Because if this is big board 134 of 150, I should have 15 left now. So somewhere my counting went off. So my apologies. Deuce Vaughn might have to be Deuce Vaughn highlights. Oh no. Hurricane Man 222. Sounds like an auto drafter. All right, Justin Jefferson this time over Barkley. I took Barkley last time. Yeah, hop in the overflow. Speed it on up. Help out my boy. Yeah, the one draft did get tossed. That's probably why my numbers are off. The the one draft where the guy got sniped on Zay Flowers and took like AJ Barner in round 7 or whatever. All right, friends and family. We got Trivoli. We got Goat Napped. We got BG Lakers 10. We got Vaporware. I mean, you guys know the deal. Don't have to draft well, but you do have to draft quickly, brothers. So I guess we will probably we'll probably finish this week. I'm thinking we'll probably finish drafting big boards this week. Don't really see any reason why not. Maybe we'll even do another one today. Yeah, 3 or 4 a day. I'm leaving early. I'm out of town on Friday. So if I stream on Friday, I'll have to stream early. But I'm definitely able to stream some tomorrow. Wednesday with Liam. I'm maybe gonna take like a 4-day mental health day, coolers. 4-day mental health break. Trivoli's gonna take Trey McBride, so I can't. I already know. I've been down this road before. Yep. All right. I'm pretty light on Bucky, so I'm happy to take him there. Bucky and Justin Jefferson's a bit of a slappy start. Bogo on Redact. No, not a Darkness Retreat. Literally just because we are just gonna be jamming drafts once Best Ball Mania begins. Once Best Ball Mania begins and Hot Best Ball Summer is going on, I assume I'm gonna be live just about every day. Already maxed all the Underdog pre-draft. You guys are my people. All right, our like to viewer ratio must be pretty good. I will answer this question in 1 second. Damn. All right, I took Worthy last time. All right, I'll take you know what? I'll take Marvin Harrison Jr. this time. That'll give me a little bit of a different look. So we've got Bucky, Justin Jefferson, and Marvin Harrison Jr. Well, I will say this about early ADP values. Far and away, the biggest values are going to be rookies who were not expected to be drafted, or rookies who were expected to be day 3 picks, who were day 2 picks, and then another one will be veterans who were expected to get competition. Pop up. I think we could see James probably not. We could see Tracy rise. We could see Jalen Warren rise or fall a lot. We could see Tank Bigsby and ETN rise. I would say just if you care about these things, I plan on having, if you are a subscriber to patreon.com/Davis Mattek, I will have rankings done, pretty quick when Best Ball Mania opens. And I will be updating frequently because I'll be drafting a ton. Yeah, Jerome Ford. Justin, you were in the previous draft. Thank you for hanging out with us, brother. No, Cardinals bringing Scatterboo in for a visit does not mean Benson is dead. Guys, a lot of guys get brought in for drafts for a lot of different reasons. Getting brought into a place does not mean you're automatically getting drafted there. All right. Benson was dead because of not being good. My later drafts, parentheses in August, outperformed my earlier drafts. Early drafts, way too many dead roster spots. Well, I just would disagree with that. And one, I would disagree with like looking at a 1-year sample of that. And then the other thing that I would tell you is that's the sort of thing that is going to be highly variant year to year. Dang. Are we going to get we're going to get a big faller here? Who's Trivoli going to take? He's probably going to take Devonta. I don't really want to do the same team I just did. I don't really want to take JMO again. Well, I'm going to. I didn't mean to do the same thing again, but sometimes there's only so much that the early drafts are getting tariffed. This is the year Kendre Miller rises. Probably not, but you never know, man. I was big on Kendre Miller earlier. For like the first like month, I think Kendre Miller was my most drafted running back until I started getting a little bit more woke to all the rookies. Yes, each point in the draft season, there is a plus EV way to attack, and the outcome will absolutely skew towards one time frame being best. 100%. Yes, Donji, you are accurately knowing ball. You could not be more correct. There are pluses in mind. Oh, all right. Bagel with ham goes Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, then backs it up with Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts. All right. My dude says quarterback? Never heard of her. All right. I will tap into Roma Dunze here. So we have McCarthy, Kyler, Goff, and Caleb all live. Maybe an argument to have taken Joe Mixon there. Yeah, there you go. Detroit versus Minnesota. That's the spin. That's the Liam spin. All right, we gotta keep an eye on this guy's team and see if he wants to get us thrown out. Because I'm hoping that he is not angling to get us thrown out. Really, really nothing worse, frankly, than having a streamed draft getting thrown out is so brutal. What do you guys say? Bagel? Bindles? What do you call it? A bagel. What is the pronunciation? Bagel. Bagel. Yeah, I never say that. I never say bagel. Yeah. Ham on a bagel. Bagel. Yeah, I would never say that, bro. That's not my style. I am who I am. Helpful, like Bashal Tootin. Ooh, yes. Oh, this is the top. Getting a draft thrown out after it's full and having an odd number of teams, so tilting. I'm sure that I am mispronouncing it. I'm positive that that my pronunciation is not the correct one, but that's just the way I say it. It's called a regional accent, brother. Ever heard of it? Man, yeah. I wonder. Is the one spot also gonna take Bo Nix here? I would be big time tilting if so. Doug S. Cheers to you, brother. Did some research on the Keaton Mitchell, and it's patently false. Well, I can only know what people in the YouTube chat tell me, brother. Yeah, whoever came up with it, whoever came up with it, it's really good. Yeah, the elite quarterbacks is, I mean, it's basically the worst strategy that someone could say is a strategy. I don't really get it at all. It's pretty bad. All right, I'm gonna do Demont over Judkins on this one because I just did a Judkins team, and we've got the teammate thing setting up. All right, do we think Bagel with Ham is taking another quarterback? I really do hope he just ships Bo Nix here. Just rip it off. Come on, dude. Show me Bo Nix. This is even a red badge, bro, too. So good. Khalil Shakir. You know the triple elite quarterback guys always taking Khalil Shakir. Triple elite quarterbacks, handshake, Khalil Shakir. God, you love to see it. What's funny is it's even a 0 running back team too, because he took James Conner. That's like extra good. Oh God, I love life, man. That's so funny. Yeah, you got to get the Josh Allen stack, dude. You have to. It's mandatory. All right, dude. Stay woke. It's Ricky Pearsall, dude. My Jacquard is probably terrible on these. My Jacquard of these stream drafts is not as good as I want it to be. I'll tell you that much. Shakir Milroe. Oof. It's true. The 101 will have the most quarterback points in this pod. So why did I take Pearsall there instead of Golden, instead of Myers, instead of Burden? Really, it's because of Pete was talking about this morning on Best Ball Breakfast. The quarterback thirst is so insane in the big board that I just always want to leave myself multiple outs. Basically, I don't want the room to be able to put me at mercy of the quarterbacks. And I also expect quarterbacks to fly in this draft because one guy has 3 of them. So we only have 3 total teams with a quarterback in this pool. You start doing the math. Everyone wants at least 2. Most people probably want 3. There's going to be extra quarterback thirst in this room. And so probably someone I want at 94 won't be there. And maybe even someone I want at 99 won't be there. Like, this dude behind me might want a double tap quarterback. And you can't rule out Bagel with Ham taking a 4th quarterback. Yes, it's like the big board but super flex, kind of. So if I'd taken Golden, if I'd taken Burden, if I'd taken Igbuka there, there'd be one less quarterback. Right now, I've got 5 quarterbacks live, and I kind of don't care if I get sniped on one of them. 100%. A triple elite quarterback build really stresses the quarterbacks in the rooms because the triple elite quarterback guy removes 3 drafters that might have gone 2 quarterback. Exactly. What is the sack hack for quarterback, Eric? I'm very curious. What is the sack hack for quarterbacks? My boy Bobby Ray-Bans says the Twitch stream is smoother. Bobby, I did mess around with some of the settings over on Twitch, so it would not surprise me if it is a little bit smoother over on your side. I clicked around on a couple things over there trying to make it a little bit smoother. Twitch stream is the wave, people are saying. No ads, brother. Yeah, better bit rate. Yeah, it is amazing how many people draft just going all in on the naked quarterbacks. And all the money's in first place. Look at this. This is so funny. The sidekick, literally 100% quarterback. That's so funny. For a second there, it was quarterbacks were all the top options. All right, I took. Should I hold space for JJ McCarthy on this team? I might. All right, Goff and JMO. Shipper. Bring her on down. I guess I should have looked at this guy behind me. Well, no reason for him to take Purdy unless he thinks Tet is going to be a 49er. Man, I wanted this guy to take Bo Nix so bad. He's really letting me down. I feel extremely. Exactly. That's if you draft more than 6 rookies, how could it be a naked quarterback? You probably got a stack in there somewhere. You feel me? All right, bagel with ham. Oh, God, it's better when they steer into the skid. What if I took Bo Nix? What if I took Mark Andrews? Yeah, I'm gonna take Bo Nix. I'm gonna do naked Bo Nix. And I have so many of those Purdy Pearsall combos. I would guess I probably have. I mean, I don't know. Of my 150-ish teams, I probably have 30 or 20 Pearsall Purdy's. It's time to diversify the card tree. Maybe Marvin Mims comes around to me. Dude, let's go look. Do I have more Purdy or Mims? Drafts completed. 187 drafts done. Got $252 of Purdy and $318 of Mims. But what you're not accounting for is that I'm going to take a bunch of rookies and one of them is going to end up being a Bronco. Might even take Troy Franklin. What if I took Troy Franklin? What if I took Tez Johnson, his adopted brother? What if I take Evan Ingram? What if I take Jaleel McLaughlin? What if I take Devon Vele? Someone was just chirping at me to take Devon Vele. Yeah, dude, the Broncos are definitely drafting Bo Nix's fucking adopted brother. You think they're not going to draft his adopted brother? I would have a ninth. This is probably already a ninth place ass team. But I don't know. I literally just did. I mean, I think I've taken Purdy in like 9 streamed drafts in a row. I just wanted to do something different. That's all it is. Yes, Vele was both a chaperone. Vele was literally both a chaperone and had rookie backweighted production upside. I mean, how many times are you gonna find that? Yeah, Purdy is a smash. I'm not saying he's not. Also, yes, Vele was like literally like 2% drafted. Vele probably wasn't even. I was gonna say Vele was probably not even in the big board last year. You probably couldn't even. You probably couldn't, just like Tyrone Tracy, like you probably couldn't even click him. All right, I know who I want to take, but I don't want to say it because Trivoli is going to snap me off. Don't do it, Trivoli. All right, I'm going to take Tucker Kraft. 1, because I don't have a tight end. 2, because I just want to get more Tucker Kraft. That's been a guy I've been a little bit light on. And I've been a little bit light on him because I've been so high on Njoku. So I just naturally get a little bit less. GM. Eric, how is the ACL surgery recovery going? How are you feeling, brother? You getting through, man? It cannot be T ravioli? Trivoli. Travioli? It's pronounced like Travioli? I don't know, man. I'm not going to lie, dude. That is a hard name to rip off. I'm taking Jordan Mason. This is a pretty appropriate range for Jordan Mason. Okay. Travioli. 70 degrees of knee flexion. You're living the dream. I probably would not check my exposures that much if I was not streaming. I think is how I feel. Something about Travioli's username, just every time I read it, I'm just like, something is not quite jiving to me there. Like it just doesn't. It locks my brain up. 50% golden on redacted. All right. I think oh no. Chad, absolute goat, totaled everything for the Masters Swolcutta and found that he won stone $0. I mean, that's fucked up, dude. Honestly, it's fucked up David made you do that. God, that is so gnarly. The Chad mathing. Total pie, $2,813. God. 2,800. My boy Connors really screwed me in the end, too. Could have really got there. Sad. Yes, Kitchen did make Chad do the math for the Swolcutta. I know. Thank God Rory won. Yeah, when is Chad getting hired as an executive assistant by Late Round Industries? I'm saying, Bobby, wasn't it? That was one of the most. That was just like one of my favorite sporting events of my life, dude. That was as good as it possibly gets. Chad is following the Stephanie Miller career plan. I do know this, Chad. I promise you, there is no way that David knew anything. David did not know shit about who won what. I can at least promise you that. All right, we've got Knicks and Goff. So you know what I have to do? I just gotta hammer rookie running backs, and one of them is gonna end up being a Bronco. Now, who's most likely to be a Bronco? Different question. JJ McCarthy already went. Okay. My man is trying to feed a best ball streamer. It's always a perfect spot for Mims. All right. I mean, this is like the old Bayshell Tootin price. Sure. Shipper. I did capitulate and move Dylan Sampson up my ranks. I know. When are they hiring me as the Kansas State assistant GM? People are wondering that, and they should be wondering it. When is my alma mater going to bring me home? You feel me? Did Kyle Williams already get drafted in this? And you know what? I'm shipping Giddens here. Giddens feels kind of Broncos-y. Kyle Williams did not already get drafted in this one, did he? No, he didn't. That would have been something. Rory was worth $75 more than Scotty in the end. Yeah, people are saying that. You know, I mean, Pete just looks at the data. You know, Pete doesn't know ball the way I know it. Yeah, the data golf stuff was pretty high on Sergio. I mean, don't get me. I mean, I love data golf, but sometimes you got to know a little bit of ball. Yeah, Harvey Giddens every time, using NIL to steal players like Lan Larison, Dylan Laube, and Nick Nash. I really want to believe that Dave already did the math to know that Chad made 0, and then specifically asked Chad to do math himself for max tilt. You could say a lot of things about David, but I can at least promise that did not happen. Yes, gotta bully some. Just sometimes you have to know what are the data golf inputs that are getting them there, and bullying them on Sergio. Pretty easy. How are we going to close this team out? Jared Goff, Bo Nix, Bucky Irving, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason, Bayshell Tootin, DJ Giddens, Justin Jefferson, Marvin Harrison, Jamison Williams, Roma Dunze, Ricky Pearsall, Tucker Kraft. Kind of painted ourselves into a corner here at wide receiver. I mean, not that you're ever really in a corner when you have Justin Jefferson, but we are a little bit in the corner. This could be a Brenton Strange team. Probably want at least one rookie tight end on this team. Could Alec Iomanner be a Bronco? And this fictional universe he is. Why? You know what? He actually is very Sean Payton coded. Yeah, dude. Lowry with the 81. 81, man. Tough scenes. All right, so Iomanner, who's definitely a guy I like a little bit more than the market, and he's very Sean Payton coded as a big body dude who can run block. We need to toss in another tight end. There's plenty of running backs. Yeah, let's do... All right, we'll do Strange. I don't love it, but that's a little bit of a diversify off Hunter Henry there. Yeah, Jack Besh to the Broncos, Higgins. Both of those guys do feel very Sean Payton-y, very just... I mean, I know whatever Sean Payton does is going to end up annoying me. I guess that's the thing. And that's why I don't have very much Knicks. And maybe that's a good reason for me to chill out on Marvin Mims Jr. How tilted am I going to be in the end when they do take Tez Johnson and Tez Johnson is playing over Marvin Mims? Yes, the thing with Sean Payton is whatever rookie he gets will have a usage that we all hate. No doubt about that. Ooh, bad news on the Kalel Mullings front. Yeah, not looking like Kalel Mullings is going to happen, brother. And for that, I apologize to you. Although you never know, man. That's the thing is you do never know. It's way too early, definitely, to write anyone off at this stage. That much I can tell you is 100% true. Donovan Edwards can still happen. Mullings, I really wanted to have happen just so that Karain could have another guy to take who used to be a linebacker. Yeah, I'm out on Bond. Bond was like already a borderline guy, and if you're gonna be a borderline guy with like kind of brutal production, you want, first off, you got to be a day 2 pick, and I do not think he's gonna be a day 2 pick now. So he's not a day 2 pick. It's not great, dude. It's not great. And I didn't really think he was that good to begin with. Like Golden, I can squint and see it more. You know. All right. 80 Mitchell. Nah, Brashard Smith. Brashard Smith I like better. And we can take whatever wide receiver we want. Yeah, I started out high on Bond. Liam said this morning he saw Bond going to the Rams first round. I gotta keep it real. I would be truly surprised to see Bond before day 3. That's just me, though. You know what? At the end of the day, what do I know, brother? And the answer is very little. As always, I know very little. But that would be surprising to me. All right. You know what? We need a rookie wide receiver on this team. There's not really one that fits, though. Bond would be the only one. You know what? They said it couldn't be done. Troy Franklin. The shower narrative returns. They said it couldn't be done, mostly because it shouldn't be done. Yes, also Bond is like 99.9% drafted. Yeah. It will shock people in what way, shape or form, J-Buck? You think he's actually going to go day 2, or you think that it's going to shock people when he's like almost undrafted? The combination of the attitude problems, the reported attitude problems, the bad 40, and the domestic violence, I don't know, man. Like, if I'm asking myself what is up with Isaiah Bond, I'm basically saying nothing good. Burton was a third rounder, but he had a good combine. And I mean, I guess I'm going to go back and fact check myself. But I think his final season production was better than Bond's too. So final season at Alabama, Burton leads Alabama in receiving, leads them in receiving touchdowns, leads the entire SEC. Oh, actually, how funny is this? I had completely forgotten this. Bond and Burton were teammates at Alabama. And Burton was clearly better than him. Last year at Texas, and I know he injured his ankle. I mean, yeah, dude, Bond was just smoked by Gunnar Helm. And frankly, Ryan Wingo was kind of better than him too. Yeah, film guys did love Burton. Yes, I do like Ricky White, Sherlock. I'm the last Japanese soldier fighting on Ricky White Island. Big fan. All right, J-Buck still thinks rounds 2 or 3. Well, I have a very... I guess I would maybe need some more specifics about his legal situation before I felt that way, because the team is probably not going to want him. Oh shit, we're up. I'm taking Jalen Milroe. That was my plan for this team for the third quarterback. Jared Goff, Bo Nix. Bond had a fine combine. You're grading him on a curve because he said, well, not really. First off, you say you're going to run a 4.1 and you run a 4.4. And if you tell me he had a fine combine, what do you think his RAS was? So if he had a fine combine, what do you think Isaiah Bond's relative athletic score is? I'm all ears. What do we think? It was always Mason Taylor, bro. It was always Mason Taylor. And by the way, Isaiah Bond relative athletic score, 4.23. 180 pounds, didn't do the broad, poor vert, poor shuttle, poor 3-cone, poor 10-yard split. I mean, he's still fast. What... I think it does seem that Bond has character concerns. He just turned himself in to the police for a domestic violence incident. So that would lead me to believe there were some concerning elements of his character. Well, Burton just seems like a dick. I think Burton's deal is he's just a dick. I think people just don't like to be around him. Neither of them seem like guys with super interesting professional football futures. Although you never know. How many likes did we get to in the end? 161 likes. You guys did a good job. Yeah, Burton, gambling issues, not great. All right, 3673. Jared Goff, Bo Nix, Jalen Milroe. Milroe, I'm kind of trying to catch up on the exposures here in the end. Bucky Irving, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason, Bayshell Tootin, DJ Giddens, Brashard Smith, Justin Jefferson, Marvin Harrison, Jamison Williams, Roma Dunze, Ricky Pearsall, Alec Iomanner, Troy Franklin, Tucker Kraft, Brenton Strange, Mason Taylor. Not enough likes for the Inspect Deck verse of Triumph. I'm sorry, brother. Maybe a Membies only. I told you guys if we get to 10,000 subscribers, I'd post my golf swing. How many Milroe teams do you think made the War Room? Very few. Very few, Cody. 2% of the total teams or something. Really low. Wow. The best ball meat gazer. Shouldn't that be meat glazer, sir? Is it meat gazer or meat glazer? I think glazer might be better. But either way. I salute you, brother. You're the man. It's true. Maybe he just likes looking at meat. Could be both. All right, final pick. My wide receivers are good enough. I am gonna do Jaleel. That's gonna be my stack. So we ended up with Jaleel, Troy Franklin, and theoretically Alec Iomanner. Maybe Mason Taylor, but Milroe. I mean, on this team, who do I want Milroe to be drafted by? I guess it doesn't really matter, honestly. Pretty good. I'm a little worried about your running backs. Although, how worried can you be when you have Bucky Irving and David Montgomery? That's a pretty good team. That is a pretty good team. I think we did some good work here today. Oh no. Okay, so I have this math right. I've got 15 big boards left to do. So we're going to be cranking those out this week. Maybe even a little bit behind the pace. Contest is 88% full. So I will need to keep a watchful eye on that. I aim to please, Alex. And we're about to enter into a whole different universe of streaming once Best Ball Mania opens. I think I'm finalizing my plans for a big marathon of streams. So the Wednesday after Best Ball Mania opens, I'm gonna do like a huge marathon where I'm gonna stream for like 6-7 hours and rack the numbers up. Vaporware's girlfriend said I'm an excellent motivator. All right, Vaporware, I appreciate that. Everyone, we did some really good work. Yes, with guests. So Corain will come on, Pete will come on, Reeves will come on, Liam will come on. All the boys are gonna hop on. So we'll have a good time. Probably I need to send a message to Herzig. Yeah, we'll it'll be all the friends and foes that you are used to. Too broke to play BBM. Yeah, many such cases, brother. Gonna be plenty of contests and plenty of price points for all the boys. Everyone, thank you for hanging out. It was a great day. Appreciate all of you. Make sure that you like the video. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with ADP chasing tomorrow. I will be streaming after. Shit, I got to figure out my schedule tomorrow. So as I figure it out, I'll see you back tomorrow. Later, everybody.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks